Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Set it out for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Extending the play now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Second down after that previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The Ducks pick up enough for a first down.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs, and they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
First and 10 play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Catch made on the out route. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
The Ducks begin a new series here, first and 10. There's the handoff. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
So second down after the incompletion. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Makes the catch downfield. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. It was a foot race and he won it. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the height, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Scanning the field. It's Jones. It's a short completion to the big tight end. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Defense is coming after him. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Slides the quick throw. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. And the single back takes the handoff. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. The offense going with the hurry up. Looking to pass this time. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. An important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. Brought down after 40. That'll be a first down. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
3rd down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone. Makes a quick catch. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion. It's 4th and goal from the 5, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And he's got it down there inside the 35. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moving past the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place. They gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Looking to throw it deep. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. That sack makes it 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Jones. He's going to take off here. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be 4th down. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. Oregon 14, LSU 0.
Well, the offense failed earlier on a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. And while this is incomplete, we have a flag down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Gives it to the back. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Ball carried by the running back. Picks up 1. Third down coming up.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's third and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one, and now they're in business.
And the Ducks line up with a first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. They've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. The ball is caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, a great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
Now it's second down here. Looking to pass. It's Jones. The pass rush closing in. And a sophomore making an impact play.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be a bit. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
On their own side of the 50, they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. Handoff in a single back formation. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's going for a big play downfield. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Past the 50. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, but he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. The Ducks trying to cash in here in the red zone. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Got a lane. Can he get in? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
1st and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down and goal upcoming. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Oregon. This offense is still clicking. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed of that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
Extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it second and short. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that, the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
The shotgun running play call. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
Here we go. Cut.
And now the handoff. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Press coverage now from the secondary. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So on 4th down, they won't go for it. Out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points before halftime. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Launching it downfield. And he pulls in the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
I like the call here by the offensive coordinator. After the interception on the... Get your quarterback a nice, easy throw, something underneath. try to get him back into rhythm. Let's see what he can do from here.
So just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but not before a big gain. They'll spot it at the 24. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and he dropped that one. A great chance at his 2nd interception of the game.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Escapes the pocket. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. 2nd and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Kicking team out for the PAT try. Extra point is good. They trail now 31-7. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Back out on the field. Had to reluctantly settle for a field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. Handoff running right. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Same tailback, another carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Going with the old counter run here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Brings up 4th down.
So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. He made good on his first attempt. This one is from 40 yards away. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over.
LSU Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in the national title would have been must-see TV. But, man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a nice lead because of that.
Got it.
2nd down after the incompletion.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's moving out of the pocket now. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. Catch made on the left side. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Ready.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Black 24. Black 29 Phillips.
And he drops back in the gun. The pocket breaking down. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game, but how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the 2nd sack in this game.
So the ball at midfield, now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Tackle made after a big gain. LSU getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. The senior calls his own number, picks up the 1st down. The defense backed up against their own end zone. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. 1st and goal, handoff. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now the try here for the extra point. And there's the point after.
Good. That makes the score Oregon 34.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They've got the lead, but hadn't settled for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 34, LSU 14.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
Come on, set. Clear. Clear.
The back's got it. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
The Ducks are in the red zone. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. He goes nowhere on 3rd and short. I don't think he got it.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's escaping the pocket now. Breaking free at the 35. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a 1st down and keep the drive going. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. 1st down, looking to throw the football. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Catch made wide open, way downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but Here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out. And now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board.
And he's run out after a big gain. The offense has been set up with a first down and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Tigers. This offense cannot be stopped. This back cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time where we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance in a national championship game? I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard and just so much fun to watch.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. And he's got it. So they convert the two-point conversion, get it back to a two-score game to keep their slim hopes alive. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Hands off to the left. Physical run earns the first down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
And the Ducks are in the red zone now. He'll hand it off. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Vasquez. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Brings up third down.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. On third and short, they hand the ball off. Touchdown, Ducks. And this one is getting ugly. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down, ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he steps out of bounds at the 15. That's when they'll start the drive. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Here's the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up? Here's the throw deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Crosses the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, LSU.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
What have they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? And they're trying to punch it in here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Oregon 44, LSU 28.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick this one away.
Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
Okay, ready?
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Gets into space at the 50. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10.
3:25.
He'll ride the back again here. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Timeout, LSU.
First down here for this offense. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Ball handed off.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the Oregon Ducks.